Alright guys, another trip off to Fort Worth. There's my suitcase still getting packed. Toiletry bag is not on the counter, which means I already packed it. That's good. Duffel bag, I need to go through it, make sure I have everything in it that I need. Cooler, just need to throw some cans, which are in there, into there. My cooker is already in the truck. Miscellaneous snacks and stuff right there. I do have a thing laying around somewhere, I don't know where, but it might even be in the truck, that has a cleaning stuff in it. I'll be in the truck for a couple of days. It's going to get a little bit of a cleaning if it doesn't meet my super duper high expectations. But trying to get out of here. So yeah, I'll update you guys. But NASCAR race is going on. NASCAR is kind of the priority on Sunday afternoon, evenings. So yeah. I have failed to vlog anything today. Listen to the NASCAR race, hit the road, and been on the road. I've stopped for a couple of quickie breaks just to use the restroom and go. Stopped for food in my 30-minute break. During that time, I settled into the truck a little bit. I didn't vlog anything just because I kind of forgot. Next thing I knew, my break was over and I hit the road. Anyway, I'm somewhere in Arkansas. My thing will tell me here in just a second. I want to say Palestine, but that does not sound right. Prescott, Arizona. Arkansas. Final answer. Prescott, Arkansas. Got another 4 hours to my customer tomorrow. 4 hours and 1 minute. That's if I go to speed limit, which I won't be able to, so let's just call it 4.5. I should be there at about 2:30 local time. So enough time just to get in, deliver my load, go down to In-N-Out. I found an In-N-Out about 20 minutes away from my customer. It'll put me on I-20 on the south side of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I've driven I-20 a handful of times when I drove all over the country and had minimal traffic out there compared to driving right through the heart on I-30 of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I'll go in off I-30, deliver my load, work my way down to I-20. There's a Lowe's there, and I think there's some other store too that has truck delivery fairly often, so I should be able to find somewhere to park for a bit of time just to go grab some In-N-Out. So anyway, I'm gonna go shower, basically because I can. And I feel like I kind of need one. Before I started my day today, I played with the neighbor kids, got a little sweaty. It was definitely t-shirt and short weather, which was nice little warm day amongst all the cold. Still a little bit more cold to go, but overall temperatures are warming up, at least in Middle Tennessee where I live. So that's nice. Definitely tired wearing jeans and long sleeve every day. Definitely not my style. So that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow to continue this trip. Just in case y'all forgot what a truck stop or a Love's Travel Center truck stop. Let's try this again. In case you guys have forgotten what a Love's Travel Stop shower looks like, here you go. Wall plug if you bring your dryer or want to charge your phone while you're showering, whatever. Got a fan to help spread around the steam. I will turn that on in just a minute. Love's usually provides 2 towels, which I love, a washcloth, toilet, always clean, something a lot of people do like me that have unlimited use at Love's because we get enough fuel. We will use a shower credit if we have to use the toilet, because it's cleaner than the general population toilet. There's a shower, already got it going because it's cold in here. They provide a all-in-one soap that's actually not that bad. But I have all my soap in my bag, all my stuff, trash can, everything you need. Floor mat, if I didn't point that out. Toilet paper. It's not as thin as you would think, but it's not as thick as I prefer. I'll leave it at that. So, not bad. This is about an average Love's, nothing special about it. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get in there, get nice and clean, go to bed, and for real this time, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, just finished lunch at In-N-Out in Arlington, Texas. about 20 minutes away from where I dropped off my load. I dropped off my load, didn't film anything for you guys. I'm sorry, I suck. But I don't know if I told you guys the story or not. But when I was doing bread, and just a reminder, I swear I've told you guys, but just in case someone forgot or fell through the cracks or whatever, my current company does have bread contracts, and when they need someone to fill in, because of my experience, I'm on the short list. So I've done quite a bit of bread, way more than I care to have done. Anyway, got hungry, stopped at a McDonald's just because it was convenient, not because it was necessarily tasty or anything. And I went into the counter, no shame whatsoever, didn't even think about it. Ordered a double-double. A double-double, for those of you that do not know, is a In-N-Out order. It's a double quarter pounder. Just they call it a double-double. It's also a number one if you want fries and a drink with it. Just everyone in the McDonald's stared at me like I was from another planet. I don't blame them. And I had to kind of set them straight, like, sorry, I'm from California. I have In-N-Out on the mind. And that was a week and a half ago, I think. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So it was nice to go to In-N-Out, scratch my itch for it. And now that I know where it is, I did take a wrong turn getting here, which in a big truck is always fun, especially in a shopping center. But didn't hit any curbs, no trees, no cars, no people. I did okay. Now getting out of here is going to be a whole nother story because it's coming up on an evening rush hour, but we'll see. Getting out of here shouldn't be a problem. I just have to ignore a shopping center turn sign. Oh well. I can't physically go straight, just the paint on the ground says not to. Oh well, I'm a big truck. I can only make certain turns or do certain things. I'm going to do the quickest, safest thing for everybody. Anyway, that's pretty much it. But it's about dinner time. Rush hour is like 4:15, I think. No, time just changed. That's 5:15. Sorry, I was looking at my clock, the dash in the truck. That's throwing me off. 5:15, final answer because of time change. But yeah, just gonna get back in the truck. I'll be there. It's right over there, the white one. Yeah, I'll be there in just a second and hit the road, get going. So nothing else to say. Road traveling's been good. You know, no tickets, haven't hit anyone. Just living life. So I'll probably film a little end of day when I park for the night. Alright, end of the day, but not the video because I still gotta go home. But I'm ending my day at the same truck stop I started my day at. Not entirely certain how many miles I drove today, but anyway, In-N-Out was amazing as expected. I drove 459.6 miles from this location to Fort Worth, down to Arlington to get In-N-Out, back to this truck stop in wherever the heck, Arkansas, that I just mentioned like 5 minutes ago for you guys. Prescott, Arkansas, that's right. Or Prescott. I don't know, people are weird with how they pronounce things. But, been smooth sailing. Today was the quickest day I've had in a long time in terms of work. But, tomorrow I have another, like, 7 hours of driving, I think. 6.5, 7 hours to get home. You can tell that Old Man Winter is going to sleep. You see all those bugs on the windshield? Old Man Winter. Yep. He's going to bed. All the summer bugs are coming out. So, tomorrow, in a perfect world, I will start my day at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is the earliest I can start legally. I will stop only once for fuel. Probably in Dixon, Tennessee. It's the last truck stop. The second to last truck stop before I get into the terminal. There is a Pilot, like 2 or 3 exits up from the Loves. But for those of you who have been following me long enough, know that I go to Loves when possible. Although both sponsor NASCAR. That's been my big thing with how I live life lately, trying to just buy products that sponsor NASCAR. Loves invest more money into NASCAR since they sponsor them and their parent company, Speedco. They sponsor at the Cup level, the top tier, which requires a lot more money. Pilot Flying J sponsor a more competitive ride in a lower tier division. So don't want to go into specifics on that. But anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow. Don't know if you guys saw this gentleman or not last night, but he was trying to back in. He didn't move at all the entire last clip. Well, he's getting a ride on the hook this morning. I've been on the hook before. I need to make this quick because my e-log thing's not working. Stupid technology. It never works when you need it to. That's one reason why I'm against self-driving cars and self-driving trucks. If you can't get a phone or a tablet to work all the time when it needs to, without fail, how do you get technology that if it fails, could severely injure or even kill someone? Why would you want to trust that? Or if there's some sort of fail-safe where the thing just stops and doesn't go anywhere, why do you want that inconvenience? I don't get it. So it looks like I might be on paper logs today. Yay! This is our new kind too. My company, they have we use PeopleNet, and we have 3 generations of PeopleNet devices. This is one of the newer ones. Oh well. Anyway, so me being on the hook. I've been on the hook before, meaning I've been towed when I was at Interstate. Interstate, one of the corners that they took in the name of saving money, they would reuse jugs of oil or coolant and refill them at shops, which makes sense because at shops you buy them, by the 50-gallon drum size, and then refill it and send it out with drivers. Well, I got a bottle of what was it? It was in a oil jug, if I recall correctly, but all the oil things had been crossed off, and it had been, and water had been put there. So I took that as to mean that what am I trying to think? I just woke up, guys. I'm not thinking yet. The coolant had been put in the jug, and I needed coolant one time. It was at night. It was dark. So I put coolant in. No, sorry. I was low on oil. And what ended up happening was I had put coolant in my oil. Okay, so it would have been an old oil jug with water. Yeah, with water put on. So I thought it was water. And I dumped it in my... Is that right? Maybe it's an old water... No, it's an old water jug with oil written on it. Sorry. Final answer. If it's an old antifreeze bottle with oil written on it, and so I thought it was oil, and I dumped it in, it didn't feel right, because oil's, a little bit more heavier liquid. It felt like I was dumping just straight water in there. So I stop, I go, grab my phone, flashlight, look in, and I had added antifreeze to my oil. So I got towed. I was smart enough, not to try anything. And just like that, I got towed, got an oil change, and because it is a mislabeled bottle, I did not get in trouble in any way, shape, or form. So that's what I liked about Interstate. They were a very pro-driver company. I also listened to their fuel advice on where to get fuel, and in doing so, I ran out of fuel one time. And because I was listening to their fuel suggestions, they sent a tow truck to give me fuel, and I didn't get in trouble. There's not many companies out there that are like that. But I did what they said and got in trouble. And at that point on, when I ran out of fuel, that's when I became a Love's guy and just started fueling at Love's whenever I wanted to. So, got it fueled at Pilot in Kingman, Arizona. I was heavy, very heavy load. I was maxed out on my numbers. It was during the summer, so I'm idling the entire time. I spent the night in Ely, I think, Nevada. I ran out of fuel on Dead Man's Pass in Oregon. So basically, you can get from Kingman, Arizona in a Freightliner. The old Freightliner style. I don't know about the newer ones. This truck was a 2016 Freightliner, I think. You can get from Kingman, Arizona, fully loaded, to La Grande, Oregon, without having to get fuel. I learned that. Totally useless information, but it's okay. Anyway, tow truck took off with the truck. I should have shown that to you guys. That would have been different to see, but I wasn't thinking. But I'm going to shut up now and try to fix this e-log thing again, and if it doesn't work, get going with my day. Break time in Palestine, Arkansas. I'm like 4.5 hours, I think, from home. 4.5, 5 hours. It was at a point where it's like, yeah, I if I take a break, I'll be good to go. Don't have to worry about my clock the rest of the day. Or I can push it and it's going to be super duper close. So I decided to take a break. I'll have to stop for fuel still. Still aiming for the Loves in Dixon. Actually got my GPS set to the miles. Hopefully that shows up. 221. So I can track it when I'm driving. I got it down there in my range. I'm still like 150 miles to the good, but as I have less and less fuel, my range is going to drop down more and more quickly. So just got myself a Subway sandwich. I'm still on that big Subway binge I mentioned when I went to Ohio the last time. And speaking of Ohio, I'm going right back. I got a call from my dispatch. When they call me on the road, I intentionally ignore them because they want me to write stuff down. I don't write stuff. They don't do it while I'm driving. They just give me information for my next load, you know, PO number and what truck I'm in and all that. So I ignore them, so it goes to voicemail and they leave it there. And then I call them right back just to tell them I got it. So it sucks. Yeah, it could be it'd be cool, like if I'm in this truck now, I'll get home today, I'm leaving on another trip tomorrow, keep me in this truck. That'd be cool. For whatever reason, they're putting me in a different truck. If I'm remembering the truck number correctly, they're putting me in one of our older trucks. It happens to be a Volvo. So, it is what it is. There's pros and cons to both the Macs and the Volvos. In some scenarios, I prefer a Volvo. In some scenarios, I prefer a Mac. It truly just depends. So, on the situation. The biggest difference, because a lot of people like to say that they're the same, the Volvo's turning radius is much tighter than any other truck I've driven before. The Max is much wider than any other truck I've driven before. And mostly I've only ever driven a Freightliner. But even the Mac day cabs, their turning radius is not that good compared to what I'm used to. So without any further ado, I'm going to end this clip and start eating my food. I only have 10 more minutes left of my break, and since I'm going to be getting home in a decent hour tonight, if it's warm, maybe a bonfire when I get home. That'd be really cool. So yeah, talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, we are underneath my trailer again. For those of you that have been watching my videos a really long time, this air tank, well not this exact one, but the air tank on one of my trailers when I was at Warner went bad. And ironically enough, I'm at the same Loves in Dixon, Tennessee that replaced my air tank when I was at Warner. But I got my fuel, I tried to leave and I couldn't go anywhere. I got air coming out of this valve. As you can see, I've knocked it with a hammer that another driver let me use, and to no avail. But I finally have a mechanic on the way. It sucks, I'm blocking the fuel lane, and it's right, you know, rush hour is wrapping up at the truck stop, everyone getting their fuel at the end of the day. Kind of interesting how they all get it at the same time. That's always been a head scratcher for me. But yeah, so I'm getting a phone call from Mother Trucker 3.0. I will talk to you guys later. So, any of you that have paid at least a little bit of attention to any of my videos ever know that I love NASCAR. Well, I'm fanboying a little bit right now. That trailer next to me, the drivers were as nice as could be. I didn't get their names or anything because it's not like we're going to be friends. Super duper nice. But in that hauler next to me, the primary 2 car for Joey Logano, or oh my god, primary 2 car for Brad Keselowski, 22 for Joey Logano, the primary 12 car for Ryan Blaney, the primary 21 for Paul Menard at the Wood Brothers Racing, which is a very close affiliate to Team Penske, basically the same thing, and then the 22 Xfinity Series car are in that trailer right next to me. I'm so close! But it's fun. Even though I've been to several NASCAR races, I've been to in the pits, I've been in the garage only once. I still get excited with this kind of stuff. It is funny. I was sitting back. For those of you that followed me on Instagram and Snapchat, you saw my snap about triangles. I was out there I just finished filming, and I saw that recognizable, the stripes. It's like, Yeah, a couple of NASCAR teams did just start heading out west today from listening to NASCAR radio all day. And then sure enough, they pull up, they stop, I look at the trailer, you know, the truck in detail, and sure enough, Team Penske. It's like, wow! Oh, I'm excited. Anyway, mechanic should be here any minute to fix my trailer for me. Alright guys, super duper little wrap up for the day. So the mechanic came. He did not believe me on what was broken. Although to be honest, with the issue in the bread truck a few days ago, I don't blame him. But what I thought was broken was actually broken. Yeah, because he thought that it could have been another air brake chamber, like what was broken the other day. But without going into too much detail, if an air brake chamber is broken, it will show the same symptoms of air leakage as what I was experiencing. And that is much more common. He did not have the right part because my problem tonight was not the common problem. He did not have it. So what he did was he basically turned my brakes off, more or less. So I only had brakes on my tractor, on the truck. The trailer has no brakes. And since I was empty, I drove home. And I proposed that. I told him, like, can you just undo the brakes then and I just go home since I'm empty, and I'll red tag the trailer, which means do not take. If someone removes that red tag that I put on the trailer, they will be fired immediately. Like, you do not touch something with a red tag on it. He called my company, made sure it was okay. The mechanic said yes. I didn't care because it was empty. It's one of those things. If I would not have done this if I had just started. I'm an experienced driver. It's the truth. So I did it, and knowing the route from that truck stop to my house or to the yard, it's a very commonly driven route by me. I knew chances of me even seeing a cop was basically zero. Me seeing other traffic that hour was essentially zero. I was more likely to be abducted by aliens, probably. I think I literally only saw maybe like a dozen cars in total. Sorry, I take it back. A dozen cars on my side of the road in total. So anyway, we got back to the yard. I didn't think about this, but disconnecting from a trailer with no brakes actually was a little bit challenging. I laughed at myself because it made all the sense in the world that would be a challenge. But I'm smart. So it took me another 10 seconds to disconnect from the trailer. So anyway, that's all fine and good. That is my company's problem, and they have a shop, and in theory, considering the number of trailers we have, that trailer will be fixed and probably in operation tomorrow. Shouldn't be, assuming my company has the part, which I would assume that they do. Trying to think. I think that's it. So I already gotten home, showered, unpacked all I needed to, which is really just dirty clothes, because I'm right back on the road tomorrow. As soon as I wake up, just gotta call the dairy, make sure my load's ready, then I'm back to Ohio. So this is my life. I'm not entirely, it's the same handful of customers, same trips, same routes, everything. The only there's like the occasional thing that's not fun, like breaking down, that changes. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think, there's spilling things that made it to Instagram. I spilled some orange juice. That was cool. Don't really know what else. But anyway, so my new job, pretty mundane, but at least it's better than the bread job in this way that it's not the same route over and over and over and over and over again, 5 days a week. So it's kind of fun. It's got the freshness of, ooh, where's my next load gonna go? But then it's got the sadness of that place. And then I realized that there's only like 5 places to go. Unless I get a local milk delivery, which I've had, I think, 2 of since I've been with the company. 2 of them solo. So anyway, think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Considering how lazy I was on this video, not sure if I'll film Ohio or not, 'cause it'll be the exact same situation as my previous video. Like, there's not going to be anything new. Maybe if I think of a story to tell to make it a little bit more fun, I'll do like a little one-take story time. But we'll see. The good news is about Ohio, I checked the weather. It's going to be warm, like t-shirt and shorts weather. It's going to be like 60 5 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea what that is Celsius. And no, like a low chance of rain. So that'll be very cool. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll put this all together, get it uploaded right now, which should be Wednesday early in the morning. So at least for me, Central Time. So talk to you guys soon.